Hello, beautiful people. So, today, what we are going to do is we are going to make a book app, something like this, okay, into Flutter. So, let's get started, okay. So, let's first start with the UI, okay. So, as you can see, I already have a stateful widget created. So, let's create our scaffold, okay. And in our scaffold, what we are going to do is we are going to create a like app bar. Okay. So in the app bar, we can give app bar leading title. Okay. So let's give it a color. Okay. So style, text style, colors dot black. Let's make it bold. So font weight dot bold. Okay. And we are also going to center title to false and leading width to 0. Okay, we are going to make the background color to colors dot white and elevation to 0. Okay, now let's create the actions. Okay, so we will add the icons later. Okay, so let's create a body, and inside body, what we are going to do is we are going to create a stack. Okay, inside children, we can give it a position dot fill, and inside it we are going to give it image dot asset. I already have a like other file created, okay, which contains the book app background and book app asset. Okay, so now you can see it better. Okay, so here we have all the books. Okay, the book app background, and okay, so okay, so let's add the book app background here. Okay, and in the fit, what we are going to do is we are going to call box fit dot fit width. Okay, so it covers the width. Okay, now like we need to create this book. Okay, and these text. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a column. Okay, and inside column, let's create three widgets, one for the book. Okay, so let's do that. And okay, so okay, so let's create uh, uh, okay, let's create a container. Okay, and inside a container, what we are going to do is we are going to give it a height and width. So height is about final, um size, screen size equals to media query dot of context dot size. Okay, sorry, not here, inside here. Okay, Now we are going to create two more, like image width, and so it will be going to screen size dot width into 0.5, and final height, image height, screen size dot height into 0.5. Okay, so let's create a container. Okay, and inside the child, okay, what we are going to give it a image, and in the images, okay, so to show all the books, what we need to do is we need to create a page view builder. Okay, so inside the column, what we are going to do is, like, inside the container, not so let's page view dot builder. Okay, so context, okay, so score comma item index. Okay, so let's return a column children. Sorry, I didn't have planned this out previously, so let's continue. Okay, so like in the children, what we are going to do is we are going to create a image. Okay, and in the image, we can do is like books. Okay, books item index dot image, and okay, image dot asset. Let's give it a height of box, image height, and width of image width. Okay, and in the fit, what we are going to do is like box fit dot we can give it a fill or cover. Let's give it a cover. Okay, so okay, so now, okay, let's also give this inside our, so we don't need all of these. Let's replace the home page. Okay, okay, so okay, so what we need to do is like here. Okay, so we don't need this column. Okay, so let's remove this. Okay, and okay, so like we need, what we need to do is go here. Okay, and add these, like give the reference to the images. Okay, to the assets. So let's go here and let's do assets slash images. Okay, slash, so it's know that all the files inside these folders are included. So assets inside assets slash book concept. Okay, and now as we hot reload, okay, so it shows our images and it shows our background. Okay, so let's go again, and okay, so let's also create a sized box. Okay, and we are going to give it a height of like 60. Then we are going to create text, and what we can do is like okay, so instead of like calling books, okay, so what we are going to do is like we will go here, and we will give the create a final book variable, okay, and we will assign, okay. So now we can call the book, okay, book dot title, okay, and let's give it a styling, okay. So now when we see this, okay, okay, so text style color, colors dot black, okay, and font size, it should be about 24 or 25 pixels, and I think that's all, okay. Let's copy this, and what we are going to do is give it a author, okay, and let's also give a size box, okay. So and let's give the padding to be about 40 or 30 pixels, I guess, okay. So we don't need them to be center aligned, okay. So what we can do is cross axis alignment dot start, and main axis alignment dot center. Now, okay, let's also do some things, okay. So what we can do is we can center this image, okay, and let's also change, okay. So image width would be 0.6, and image height would be 0.4, okay. So now it looks much better, and let's also give it a padding, okay. So what we can do is like over this column we will, okay, so we will add a padding, and the padding should be about 20 pixels, okay. So and give it a 16 pixels black, 26, okay, or maybe 18 pixels, okay, and let's reduce this to 25, okay. And if we go and check it out, there are some differences, but let's leave it there, okay. And let's focus on the animations part, okay. So here all our 5 books are showing, and like when we, okay, so like you can see the background, okay, here, okay. So then the book opening part, okay, and this box shadow, okay. So let's create all those. So what we are going to do is we are uh, okay, in the center we are going to create a, let's create a stack, okay. And we are going to create a container. We will make the height and width similar to the image, and let's add a decoration, box decoration, color, colors dot white, box shadow. Okay, let's add a back box shadow, and colors dot black 26, blur radius 20, offset, let's give it offset of 8.0, and a spread radius of 10. So okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so it looks pretty good. Okay, and okay, so what's happening here is we haven't given it a item count. Okay, so definitely, like, we need to give it a item count. Okay, so that would be books dot length. Now it will not go past this scroll length. Okay, and so let's make that animation. So what we are going to do is, let's create some listeners here. Okay, to so we need to check it out, what's the item. Okay, so let's create a page controller. Okay, and let's also create a notifier scroll. Okay, so value notifier, by default its value will be 0, and let's create a listener. Okay, notifier listener scroll dot value controller dot page. Okay, so let's also create a init state. Okay, and on init state, what we are going to do is, like, controller dot add listener, and okay, so, and on dispose, what we are going to do is, like, controller dot remove listener, and controller dot dispose. So we have done this. Okay, now what we are going to do is, okay, so inside the image part, we are going to create a transform. Okay, sorry. So let's go again, and let's create a transform. Okay, and we are going to give it a alignment. So alignment dot center left. Okay, and transform. Okay, so matrix 4 dot identity. Okay, set entry. Okay, and what we are going to do is, like, we are going to create a rotation, rotate y. Okay, and okay, so let's give it a rotation of, okay, so notify scroll dot value. Okay, okay, So okay, so what we need to do is we need to create a value listener builder. Okay, so let's go here and let's create a listenable builder. Okay, and in the builder, okay, so context comma value comma, okay, so inside the value, okay, so to make that rotate scroll, okay, what we can do is we can create a index minus value. So item index minus value. So value can be null. Okay. So okay. So let's okay. What's why it's giving error? Okay. Okay. Let's check it out after some time. Okay. So let's give it a percentage. Okay. So it's giving error. Try adding the required argument. Okay. So value listenable. Okay, got it. So let's get a value listenable to um, okay, notifier scroll. Okay. So let's hot reload and okay. So its value is not changing. Okay. So let's try to print it out. Okay. So let's try to print it out the value. Okay. And all dot value. Okay. Let's print it out here and let's hot reload and let's check it out. Okay. So its value will keep on will be 0. Okay. So what we are going to do here, okay, yes, its value is 0 because we haven't added a controller. Okay. So let's add a controller. Okay. So a, okay, a little bit scroll is happening here, and as you can see its value is going from okay. So got it. Now what we need to do is like let's remove the print statements. Okay. And so what we will going to do is like we need this value to be between 0 and 1. Okay. So 0 and so we are going to clamp it between 0 and 1. Okay. And let's use this rotation. Okay. Now means okay. So okay, and to make it move it similar to what we can see inside. Okay, okay, so it works much better now. Okay, okay. Now what we are going to do is, let's also add a scale. Okay, so it will, okay, move after some time. Okay, means translate from here from right to left. Okay, so translate. Okay, rotation. Okay, into screen dot size, screen size dot width into 0.8. Okay, so also add a scale. Okay, so okay, let's first check it out. Okay, okay, also let's also add a scale. Okay, so let's also add a scale, dot scale. Okay, and in a scale, 1 plus rotation. Okay, divided by 3. Okay, so now it's moving much better. And one thing is like okay, so it's moving much better, but let's do one more thing. Okay, what we are going to do is, we want it to close after some time. So to do that, what we are going to do is, final fix rotation equals to power rotation 0.5. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we are going to give this rotation instead of that to here. Okay, so as you can see now, it closes after it closes much better. Okay, so let's also do the same thing for our text. Okay, so for our text, what we are going to do is, like here, what we can do is like create a column. Okay, so sorry, lights are not turned off, so I can't see properly. And let's give it a opacity. In the opacity, let's also add these two inside this, okay, column. And in the opacity, what we are going to do, rotation. Okay, so what we are going to do is, we are going to like as the rotation moves from 1 to 0, okay, this text will appear. Okay, so it will fade it out and comes back in. Okay, so as this our example is complete, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a good day. Bye.